I'm Ron Hain, your 2018 candidate for Kane County Sheriff. I'm here today in Delray Beach, Florida at Transformations Treatment Center with my friend Carlos.
Great to
Carlos,
meet
if
you.
you could tell us a little bit about your background and career in law enforcement.
My name is Carlos Farina. I am the director of the first responders and the military veterans here at Transformations Treatment Center in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And today we are at Transformations because unfortunately in Kane County, Illinois, and across the nation, we have seen an unprecedented increase in violence. In Kane County alone, in the last 13 months, we've had 5 officer-involved shootings and 5 officers hit by gunfire. And of course, you can imagine the immediate identifiable trauma that these incidents create on law enforcement officers and the general public. But what about that long-term trauma over the course of a 20, 30-year career that a police officer builds up and experiences? And what are the effects if left untreated?
Devastating. You see, we're trained and we're taught to handle every kind of adverse situation. We must get on the scene, take control, and do what's expected, right? And so therefore, unfortunately, what happens is that we attend to all the things that everyone else needs except us. But we've never had anyone in my entire career come in and to teach us these are the signs of burnout. These are the signs of stress. These are the things that when you experience a traumatic event, and it's just a matter of time. If you're a law enforcement officer, you're out in the street, it's just a matter of time that you're going to face a situation where it's going to be traumatic. It's going to be an experience that you'll never forget. Unfortunately, we don't know how to handle those. And that's what then left untreated. And my motto is silence is deadly. We are experts at silence.
So, as sheriff, one of my concepts is to create a position within our office that is a licensed clinical social worker. That person's job would not necessarily be to support the public, but to support our sworn staff of almost 250 personnel. And I think it's incumbent upon police administration to be the ones who press down from the top the importance of no more silence, the importance of internal support, and the importance of referral services like Transformations. So, as a police administrator, if someone from my agency is referred to Transformations, let's say it's PTSD, let's say it's unfortunate chemical abuse or substance abuse as a means of self-medicating, what can they expect from the Transformations experience?
Program speaks for itself. It is a first responder helping a first responder. To us, it's about respect, it's about trust, it's about gaining that trust. You do not have to die in silence. 140 officers committed suicide in 2017. One's too many. 140 is an epidemic.
I was very impressed by the Summit Detox building for
Yes.
people who are experiencing a detox situation from chemical abuse. My favorite is where we're sitting right now, the first responder. I call it the VIP area, even though it's not that name. The first responder suite. But when you first walk in here and you look at the walls and you look at the setup and you look at the American flags and you look at the veteran flags and the military service flags and the law enforcement and fire support here, you're at ease and you're at home. And I tried to put myself in the mindset of a first responder coming here, and this very area made me feel like I could go through treatment here if I had to.
Excellent, because that's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted to create. I mean, again, having been a law enforcement officer myself, I place myself in that same mindset that you're talking about. That if I were to, and when I did, because I did go to a couple of places, but there was nothing like this. So I said, well, how about if we can create something where we have a first responder come in and feel that there is a connection,
Yeah.
that they're walking into a place where not only they're being honored for their service, but respected and recognized.
Police officers are very concerned about it being punitive in nature if they do go seek treatment. So that to me is really one of the last steps that we have to consider is we have to ensure that our personnel understand that it's okay to identify a problem, it's okay to seek help, and there's not going to be any retribution for that.
That's a must. Or if any law enforcement officer feels at any level that the reaction is going to be punitive when he or she reaches out for help,
Right.
all is lost.
Agreed. It is my belief that a more healthy and stable physically and mentally police officer is going to provide better, more responsible services to his or her community. We owe that not only to ourselves as police and law enforcement, but to our communities as well. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
At the end of this video, we're going to show some contact points for additional resources and referrals for mental health support for first responders, and of course, Transformations contact points as well. Thank you so much for joining us today.